Glenn Close is going to be a fantastic Hunger Games villain, and this 29-year-old movie is all the proof we need. Warning: this article contains minor spoilers for the novel The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. I'm so glad that Glenn Close has been cast as one of the villains in The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. The upcoming Sunrise on the Reaping will be based on the novel of the same name, and will be the second Hunger Games prequel movie. The film will follow a 16-year-old Haymitch Abernathy, who competes in and eventually wins the 50th Hunger Games. Filming for Sunrise on the Reaping is set to begin this summer, which means that the cast of the film is coming together quickly. Advertisement. Over the last few months, the members of the cast of Sunrise on the Reaping have been announced. Joseph Zada will portray Haymitch, and the cast of the movie also features several notable names, such as Ralph Fiennes, Jesse Plemons, Maya Hawke, Elle Fanning, and Kieran Culkin. Based on the cast and the fact that Francis Lawrence, longtime franchise director, is returning to helm the movie, anticipation is very high for Sunrise on the Reaping. Recently, another cast member was announced, and I'm thrilled that legendary actor Glenn Close will play Drusilla Sickle in Sunrise on the Reaping. In The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping, Drusilla Sickle will be the escort for the District 12 tributes. Since the 50th Hunger Games has double the participants, Drusilla will be responsible for picking 4 names during the reaping ceremony. One of the male tributes she picks, Woodbine Chance, tries to escape and ends up getting shot and killed by a peacekeeper. After seeing Haymitch trying to protect his girlfriend from a peacekeeper during the ensuing chaos, Drusilla personally picks Haymitch to replace Woodbine in the 50th Hunger Games. Drusilla seemingly has no objections to the Hunger Games, and cares more about her reputation in the capital than the tributes that she is meant to give guidance to. Advertisement. Advertisement. Unlike some people from the capital, Drusilla doesn't sympathize with the tributes. In fact, it's clear that she looks down upon Haymitch and his fellow District 12 tributes. She even makes a rude comment about one of their outfits right after the reaping ceremony. Therefore, Drusilla does not have a good relationship with the District 12 tributes. Drusilla seemingly has no objections to the Hunger Games, and cares more about her reputation in the capital than the tributes that she is meant to give guidance to. This means that she will definitely be a villain in Sunrise on the Reaping. Glenn Close playing Drusilla Sickle in Sunrise on the Reaping is perfect casting, since she previously played the iconic Disney villain Cruella de Vil in 2 movies. Close portrayed Cruella in both 1996's 101 Dalmatians and 2000's 102 Dalmatians. In both of these films, Close perfectly showcases how Cruella is a greedy, ruthless villain with an over-the-top personality. Even though these movies don't necessarily have the best reviews, Close is so entertaining to watch and perfectly portrays the Disney villain. The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping could have an enormous budget, which may facilitate some of the series' most ambitious scenes yet. Advertisement. Advertisement. When examining both characters, Drusilla and Cruella are actually somewhat similar. After all, they both care more about their appearance and the public's perception of them than about actually being a good person. Like many other people from the capital, Drusilla has had a lot of work done to try to preserve her physical appearance, which shows her vanity. Therefore, because of their similar traits, Close absolutely should try to channel Cruella de Vil while playing Drusilla in The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. Before Close portrayed Cruella de Vil, the character appeared in the 1961 animated movie 101 Dalmatians. Therefore, Cruella is ultimately a cartoon villain, which explains her extremely over-the-top personality and her disdain for Dalmatians. In the live-action films, Close did not tone down her performance at all. In fact, she embraced the character's animated history, which is partly why she is such a memorable live-action Disney villain. Advertisement. For Sunrise on the Reaping, Close similarly should not tone down her performance at all. Since she is so detached from reality and shows no humanity towards the tributes, it would make sense for Drusilla to be very over the top, and perhaps come across as even more villainous than she does in the book. If Close effectively channels her inner Cruella, Drusilla could end up being much more memorable in the movie than she is in the book. Therefore, I can't wait to see how Close portrays Drusilla Sickle in The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping.